go. Yes, ma'am. Right there. Open it up.
Get out. It's raining.
Okay. Give me that iPhone because it's my phone. Bye. Oh, don't you laugh, honey, because it's your turn next year. Come on, let's go. Let's go, ma'am. Let's
Kahala Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushua, Ba'ashem Makah Chodash, and double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, and peace that takes that I'm doing his work in truth and sincerity in the four corners of the earth. All right, I want to do this brief, transit lesson, just going into the B dub, all right, and her dysfunction, man, and this is what you see in this video, um, is typical, man, in the so-called black community, man. All right, the midnight community. All right, and I call it black community. All right, not because of the skin tone, because we are not black. All right, Israel is different shades of brown, man. All right, but it's because the culture, the so-called culture, all right, is black. All right, and dark and wicked. Okay, and in black culture, all right, at 18, you're supposed to have your ass out the house. All right, that's a part of black culture. When you hit the big 1-8, it's time to leave the nest. All right, and that's complete bullshit. You know, all right. In a way, all right, it's the right idea. All right, but according to the ancient world, all right, a young boy becomes a man at the age of 12, man. Okay, so between 12 and 13, 14, that young man, all right, will already be working, man. All right, he will have something to do, whether he with his father, his uncle, all right, or the neighbor, or anybody, that was in Israel, that needed laborers. Your son would work for them, man. All right, and become their servant. All right, and then after that, I believe it was 7 years of servitude. Okay, whoever owned that business had to save him some money. All right, so that he could create his own business. Okay, and then the law goes into so like then the law also goes into if the servant finds a wife, while he's in servitude, he got the option to either leave that wife or stay in bondage, with his wife and with his family. And then we ain't talking about no fucking hardcore bondage, no hardcore slavery. All right, we're talking about being a servant to a Israelite man. All right, a so-called noble, a man of great wealth. We ain't talking about fucking chattel slavery, man. All right, and even in the times of chattel slavery, when you see that Jake um, owned other Jakes in slavery, that ain't talking about hardcore bondage. You damn morons, man. All right. Speaking of you you coon ass Jakes, all right, and you demonic ass Edomites, all right, because that's what Esau always try to say. Well, it was black people that own slaves. Yeah, you damn moron. All right, they own family members, man. All right, or friends, okay, to get them up out of that bondage up under Esau, man. And they wasn't beating them and hanging them and lynching them, man. That shit is common sense. You know, only through Esau was this institution, all right, a hardcore bondage created in the planet Earth, man. Perpetual bondage, generational bondage. Okay, that's the work of Esau. All right. But for the women, you know, women were given into marriage at a young age, man. Okay, so if a man had daughters, you know, when they reach the flower of the how the scripture say the flower of their youth, you know, when they have that menstrual cycle, okay, then you will begin to put your daughter, all right, on the market, man. Okay, for a Israelite man that could provide for her. Okay, and he would have to pay, you know, a dowry, man. All right, but nowadays it's when she
Let's
turned
go.
like when she turned 17 to 18, okay, you supposed to kick her out. Which what does that create? Oh, or you supposed to send her to college, send her to TSU, send her to PV, send her to U of H, SFA, Sam Houston, Rice. What am I missing anything, brothers? Uh, UTEP. All right, so she can go and get freaked out. All right, so she could bring back two babies. You know, it's bullshit. In the ancient days, man, a woman, all right, a daughter didn't leave her home until she had a husband, man. All right, a young woman didn't leave her house until she had a husband. All right, why? Because a husband is the defender. Okay, a husband is her authority. All right, so therefore, if you put a woman out, I don't care what age the woman is. All right, she could be from 13 all the way up to goddamn 50, man. All right, if she ain't got a man over her, all right, instructing her, all right, she's gonna be going off, man. She's gonna be without instruction. You got women that's 50 years old, 40 years old, 30 years old that's out here thinking that they independent, doing their thing. But when you talk to them, they bugged out. They defeated. They depressed. You know. So this Babylonian way is fucking backwards, man. It's ass backwards. You got a single. This look like a single mother. You know, and she probably had a good little job. You know, when she was able to even this house. I'm looking at this house. This is like a 3 bedroom house. You know, a 3 bedroom small little house. You know, and this is what the Judite woman was able to afford to raise her two daughters. You know, and in her mind, she thinking, man, let me get their ass up out the house. You know, as soon as you graduate, my job is over. You know, hey, as soon as I can get you out, the quicker I can have Tyrone and Jeff and Shotgun Mike over here. You know, she'll give a damn about her daughters, man. And that's why fathers are important, man. But the Most High took the fathers away. All right, to expand these curses even more, man. All right, because we know that a father is a defense, man. All right, over a household. Without the father, that house it has no defense. All right, and I don't mean defense just physically. That defense comes with spiritually as well. All right, and with guidance. All right, because yes, a father will also um, being that strong man, he'll defend the house physically, but also he prevents the wiles of the devil, man. All right, he stops the wine, all right, from infesting, all right, the family, man, and the house. The wine of Babylon, man. All right, but through this black culture, all right, through America and Babylon, You know, you Jakes are just totally off, man. You don't go according to the way of Yahweh shot, man. How the hell you throw your daughter out at the age of 18? And this might be a skit, all right? But shit, I grew up in a Judite household, man. That's how I go. When you turn 18, man, Jake wants you out. And they ain't taught you no life skills. They ain't taught you who the fuck the devil is. All right? They ain't taught you none of that. They just tell you get a job, all right, get you a 401k, okay, and get some damn health insurance. That's all the shit Jake tell you, man. Or they just tell you to go to college. The only thing you're gonna do is get more and more debt, you know? So our people are completely lost in the sauce, man. You know, not only are they destroyed spiritually, which is the most important thing, man, that they are destroyed spiritually, all right, but they also destroy mentally, all right, and with the instruction, all right, of Jake, all right, because Jake don't know how to save no money, all right, Jake don't know how to build credit, you know, they don't know how to invest in gold and silver, all right. Shit, Jake don't know how to fucking cut the grass, man. But they all instructed to get out the house at 17 and 18, man, because the selfishness of the parents, you know. And it's just like in the book of Haggai, you know, that bag of holes, you know. People that Jake in Babylon is concerned with keeping money, you know, being able to do what the hell they want to do with their own money because they don't have no goddamn money. All right, they don't live in abundance. All right, they live in scarcity, you know. So Jake has to be selfish even with their own children, man. All right, and that's a terrible thing, you know. And that's why, you know, we want to get the hell out of here, man. When I see things like this, you know, I want to get the hell out of here. You know, this is a decent looking Judite woman, but you can just tell that she's a demon. You know, you can tell that this bitch is a demon, man. Even if she look good, her daughters are attractive. Both her daughters are attractive, but they're raised by a demon. Okay, if it was a father in the house, none of them would have that weave in their head. They'll have natural hair, you know, and they will be under instruction. All right, but without instruction, it leads to destruction. You know, with them niggas, them wicked niggas that play whoremonger, them pimps. You know, them niggas wicked. All right, but the what they say as far as a woman without instruction leads to destruction. That go back to the scriptures, man. All right, because a woman is all about folly and she's all about vanity. All right, and it's the man being an authority that keeps that woman in check. All right, and that's all the way since the ancient days, man. So it feels hard enough to keep a wicked woman in check in the ancient days when you could actually you know demonstrate on a woman. All right, and wasn't nobody gonna come, wasn't no fucking goddamn centurion coming, and you couldn't keep control of them women back then. Imagine now, you know. Imagine in Babylon, man, the mother of harlots, you know, it's damn near impossible. It is impossible, you know, because as Solomon said, he out of 1,000 he didn't find one, man. So you ain't gonna find one. You just gotta find one that, you know, that you can deal with, man. You know, that don't come between you and this truth. All right, that's pretty much all you can ask for, man. One that's not a pure damn demon, because they all fucking demons, but one that's just not a pure demon, you know. But that's all I had. You know, I put this transit lesson as edifying and shalom.